Well, some will be masked, others won't inside Virginia's schools. Tonight, the state health department is issuing new guidelines for the return to school this fall.
But keep in mind, they are just recommendations. Each school division and health department can make their own choices. We have live team coverage for you tonight.
That's right, and we begin with Henry Graff, who's going to break down these guidelines that every parent has been waiting for. Henry?
Well, that current order that basically says you have to wear a mask inside all public schools is set to expire this weekend. Now the Virginia Education Association is coming out blasting this change here, saying that the mandate should stay in place. Now, all the while, this is now putting local school divisions and local health departments in the crossfire. Tonight, local health departments and school divisions in the Richmond area are reviewing 14 pages of new guidelines out from the state on how to get children safely back into the classroom.
The intent here is to empower those local decision makers to make data-driven, locally informed decisions that best suit the situation in their area, and I think this guidance does that.
The recommendations state for elementary schools, students, teachers, and staff should wear a mask regardless of vaccination status. Only children 12 and above are eligible for a vaccine. For middle and high schools, those not fully vaccinated should wear a mask indoors.
All of these things put together within the school system will be what helps to minimize further transmission. And so that's where the rubber meets the road. We will be, certainly we will be talking with our school districts.
With the decision on a local level based on conditions on the ground, school divisions and health departments can consider universal masking for those inside any school. The governor's office says throughout the pandemic, school divisions have been allowed to make local decisions, and this is just that next step.
We may not want to wait for it to be everywhere in the state. We may want to see what's going on locally and say, let's make this decision that's most appropriate for us locally, and not necessarily do the same thing across the state.
The guidelines also cover vaccine promotion for students and upgrading school ventilation systems. When it comes to physical distancing inside the classroom, at least 3 feet between students if possible. Under a new law, all schools in the state are required to offer an in-person learning option this upcoming school year.
So we felt like it was a good balance, and this gives localities the flexibility to use local data and context in making these policy decisions.
Back out here live now. I did ask the governor's office why not continue this mandate for the sake of everybody here in Virginia to make it a little easier. The governor's office pointing out right now that the vaccines that we are using are for emergency use only. So that's one of the complicating factors in making this a mandate. But also they have issues with checking the vaccine status for kids and others inside public schools. The governor's office saying right now this is the best pathway forward. For now, we are live and on your side here in Richmond. I'm Henry Graff, NBC 12 News.
Thanks, Henry.